can we be so hypocritical to say, you know, how can you violate our laws and come into the country illegally when we've encouraged that for 100 years?
In fact, for decades, the U.S. government looked the other way as American businesses took advantage of the cheap labor. In the 90s, and particularly after 9/11, officials got tougher, deporting hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants. Isabel is chief legal defender for Pima County, Arizona. Many of the people she defends are undocumented, without a visa or work permit.
We have 12 million undocumented people in this country.
There are plenty of people who would say, then round them up, find them, and send them home.
It points out the ignorance because we have 12 million people who support the economy of the United States of America.
One of Isabel's most controversial cases involves this 26-year-old, Araceli Torres, who's lived in the United States most of her life, illegally.
Goodness, look at those bangs.
Yeah.
Araceli's attended Tucson Public Schools since 4th grade.
Do you feel like they look like that?
She was only 7 years old when her family drove across the border. She barely remembers it.
Did you realize that you were undocumented?
No.
When did you know?
When I was ready to finish high school and go to college.
At 17, Araceli dropped out of high school to help her family make ends meet, eventually taking a $10 an hour job at the fast food chain Panda Express.
Were you a good employee?
Yeah, I was there 7 years. They left me.
A stable job until March 18th, 2008. Araceli came in for her 12-hour shift.
We just opened the doors, and the first people that came in was the police.
Once inside, agents rounded up employees. Araceli pled guilty to a misdemeanor. She's been out of jail a year. She faces possible deportation to Mexico, a country she barely remembers.
Your daughter's an American citizen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she
Your
is.
mother's a resident.
Mm-hmm.
Your uncle?
His citizen.
Your sister?
Citizen.
Who do you know back in Mexico?
Nobody.
You literally know no one.
No.
Do you feel like you're an American?
Yes. All my family is here, and my memories are here. I grew up in here. I went to school here.
This is her home. This is where she belongs. She should be allowed to remain in this country.
It took less than 3 hours for the court to rule that Araceli must return to Mexico within 2 months. Araceli plans to appeal.
No matter where they sent me to, I'll still be American.